There are only a few pieces of equipment that you need to start potty training your puppy. The most important is going to be a collar, like this one right here. This is a flat collar. This is Dixie's, and I have these jingling, and she's running over here right now. And then a 6-foot leash. This is a Mendota pet leash, regular leash. This is all you need to start potty training your puppy. When she's going poop, I put a bag in my pocket and I just bring it out to pick up the poop. Another thing you can get to potty train your puppy are these. Now, in other videos for leash training, teaching leash training skills and having the puppy walk next to you without pulling, I don't recommend these. This is only for potty training, not leash training. You're just going to clip that to the end of the leash and then you have your bags. I don't use them, I've never used them, but I see a lot of people use them. In place of the flat collar, you can also use a harness, a rear clip harness or front clip harness for potty training. I don't recommend a rear clip harness for leash training. I'll get into that in another lesson. I also don't recommend retractable leashes, the leashes that pull out, that can extend, and then you have a little knob that you click. They get in the way, they're cumbersome, you don't want that. You don't want to give your puppy too much freedom. You want them to be next to you and you want to say, go potty, we're going to get into this later. The next thing you're going to need is some training treats. These are some good ones. This is Train Me Training Reward. And these are just 1.5 calories each. These are great for puppies and little dogs. You can get different sizes and different flavors and so forth. We're going to use these to reward the puppy after they go potty outside so they get conditioned to go outside. So they start associating that going outside in the grass is the proper thing to do. This is very important. If this doesn't work, you're going to need to get maybe some cheese or some hot dog or some turkey or chicken, something that's high value that the puppy really wants to work for. And then when they go potty outside, you're going to reward that and praise that behavior. The next thing you're going to need is a crate, like the one in this picture. A crate that Dixie lays in is just a wire crate. This is all I recommend, nothing fancy. Wire crate, lay down, confine the puppy so that they don't get themselves in trouble. I still use a crate for Dixie even though she's almost 3 years old because she chews cables in my house. And there's no way for me to train her not to chew the cables. I just prevent her from going through the behavior, from rehearsing that behavior by crating her when I can't control her space. She loves the crate. I'm going to go through crate training tips later in another lesson, but you're going to need these things: a leash, a collar or harness, training treats, and a crate. Optional equipment includes baby gates, which can confine the puppy to not go into certain rooms. I've never used them, but I see a lot of clients use them. You might want to get a slip lead. This is an all-in-one leash where you don't need a collar or harness. You just slip it over their neck, and this little piece here goes down right over their neck like that. And then you have full control over your puppy in the house so they don't run around and have opportunities to make accidents. This is a great tool to have, and most of the puppies that I work with use a slip lead inside the house for the first few weeks so that the puppy learns the proper behavior inside the house. Instead of running around and jumping around, they learn more stillness and relaxation inside the house. The puppy can run around and goof off outside in the yard or somewhere else. My dog, since she was 4 months old, goes to daycare, and she goes 3 times a week and she loves it. That's her outlet for socialization and playing with other dogs and activity and all of that kind of stuff. My dog doesn't play inside the house. Inside the house is a yoga studio. Anywhere outside the house at daycare is nightclub. This is how I associate with my puppy to relax inside the house so she is calm and able to manage her space. And this is what I recommend you to do with your puppy immediately.